Mm. Good evening. I just thought I'd jump on. These are weird shots for some reason. Why do they look different? 2 people watching this. 3 people. Seem to be 2. Is it? I don't know. Hiya. Was live on TikTok earlier. Good morning, Haley Burr. First in, best dressed. Haley says, "Am I still on the American clock? I'm on a fucked up clock, Haley. That I've been on the fucked up clock for all of my life. Gingerbreads, as my dear old mother used to say. I'm on gingerbreads. Does that resonate with anybody? Anybody get it? Is it a Wigan thing? Is it an old Wigan thing? He works on gingerbreads. These means he's all over the fucking place. But so in answer to your question, all around the houses, Haley Bar. I'm on gingerbreads. Taking my ring off. Put it back on, you know. Biddly Babe, good evening. Are you well? Nicole, the lovely, lovely, lovely little Nicole. I'm not trying to say Haley Burr is also equally as lovely as Nicole. Wow. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Gingerbreads, it must be a Wigan, it must be an old Wigan thing. There you go, you've learned a bit of old Wigan. So if your clock fucks up in future, the clocks won't fuck up, they're all digital now. In the days of clocks and watches, you know, being analog and going wrong, they was on gingerbreads. Glad to hear Biddly Jack, Biddly Quackwa. If you like Adam and the Ants, stand and deliver. Biddly Quackwa. Yeah. Fuck am I going on about? Don't know. Mr. Ian Frost's in, fully paid up member. Ian Frost. I think Haley's a fully paid up member. Are you all well? Good evening. I never tell you when I'm doing these, do I? I just fucking do them. Impromptu. What do you know? I don't know much. I don't know much, to be honest with you. So I've not got a lot to say. But I'm here anyway if you need me. I'm here. I've got a cup of tea. I had speaking of cups of tea. I had a cup of tea with Webster on Sunday, and he's fine. He's okay. His gas is still free for anybody who needs to know. We've got 11 people in. There you go, early bear rocking free gas. You two could have all them lovely, lovely emojis. You two could have lovely, lovely emojis like young Ian Frost, young little Haley Bear, and other members of the channel. Wow, for only $4.99 a month. What else do we get for that? I hear you cry, Uncle Jim. And fuck all at the moment. I apologise to all the members who've joined. There's been no exclusive content for a while, and all you've been getting is free emojis and limited live streams. I understand. If you wanted to leave, I have no fucking argument against that. Haley Burr, Martha, your gas is yes. Martha is a legend. I've begged Will to get her famous. Martha is funnier than I'll ever be. Glyn Watkins, now then. I'm rocking Uncle Jim mode. Drinking from Boothroyd's cup. In some circles, that would be kind of terminology for other stuff than tea. I was going to say other stuff than tea bags, but perhaps tea bags would be involved in that kind of world. Other stuff than drinking tea. Thank you, Haley. Bordy got me a birthday present. I've been talking to Peter Boothroyd on WhatsApp today. Moggo's around. He'll be. I don't know. It was on TikTok earlier, so he's all right. I thought he'd fell out with me, but he's not. He's been busy because I get very paranoid. You know, I get very paranoid, and I have abandonment issues. So I always think people are leaving me. So something that goes back to childhood, trauma, and undealt with trauma. Mr. Ian can't beat the weeds in. Is that the real Piffy Ray? Hello, Ian can't beat the weed. Give him a follow. Piffy Ray's in. Piffy Ray, it was in a video or a series of videos we did called Pirates of the Scrubberbean, where I'm on Piffy Ray's boat. How many years ago was that, Piffy? 3, 4? Time flies. Time flies when you're having fun. Miami Sound Machine. Apparently, according to Colin Fernley, I look like a Plattbridge member of DeBarge, the 80s Rhythm of the Night band. Is it? And then be in the rhythm of the night, and into the morning light. "20 people watching this shit." Ian, I believe that you helped Johnny Woodsman the other night. A little bird tells me you helped Johnny Woodsman out. Were you counselling him online? I was looking for it. Colin Fernley is funny, actually. I taught him well. So is it online, Ian? You and Johnny Woodsman talking? I wanted to watch it. "18 people watching this shit. Smash the like button or rub your tail against it. Your male tail or your female tail. He's funny though, isn't he? DeBarge, Plattbridge member of DeBarge. Actually made me and Will Devokis laugh. We was on the train going to JFK airport and he just texted me. I forget why. I'd fucking insulted him, I think. Dancing to the morning light, forget about the worries on your mind. That's what Martin Redding is short of, apart from a good hiding. Listening to yeah, mate, you can jump on if you want, Ian. I'll throw the link out. When the beat and the rhythm of the night. Anybody else want to jump on? You're more than welcome. Redding's not around. I can take it. He's in bed or be naked in the bath. Good evening, Mr. Moggo UK. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Did you see any of Glastonbury? No, I didn't. It's no worries, Ian. No rush. I didn't watch Glastonbury. Seeing as I never made it as a pop star, I find watching pop gigs very unpleasant. Is that the same with stand up? No, because I don't really like stand up comedy. It bores me. There's very few comedians that entertain me, and the ones that do entertain me are so left field. They're off the radar, not off the radar, but on the peripheries of things. Apparently, Paul McCartney was brilliant, according to Peter Boothroyd. Did anybody see Paul McCartney's performance? I just think he's an old twat who should just fuck off now. Is he 80, the old cunt? Is Paul McCartney 80? Let's find out. Let's see if I can do this before somebody says it. Is Paul McCartney 80? Is Paul McCartney 80? Fuck off, you piss-taking twat. Is Paul McCartney 80? Yeah, he's 80, that cunt. Paul McCartney, it says he's 80, and it says he's 80 here. I don't know. So was he shit then? I bet Peter was knocking 1 8 to it. Do you know what now? Patricio's in, the little nutter. Our very little own nutty boy from Mexico. Do you know when I go around people's houses now, they put spoons in cup for me. Will put a spoon in cup for me. And Mogo put a spoon in cup for me. People know I'm a fucking nutter. Jimmy P79. So is Glastonbury? I know Mogo. I know I'm a dickhead. Is Glastonbury a middle class affair now? Is Glastonbury a middle class affair? An expensive middle? Keith fucking Roberts isn't middle class, or is he kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? The addendum. Is that the right word? I don't fucking know. You know, I'm just being bitter about Paul McCartney. I'll be nearly 80 one day. I might die before I'm 80. Trust Fund Central. Jimmy P79, welcome. I don't recognise. Are you from the Raconteurs lot? Yeah, it's a load of shit. £5 for a can of. Yeah. To be honest with you, you know, I went to London 14 years ago. My friend Simon Thomas, who I miss quite a lot, he fucked me off because I fell out with him. Simon Thomas, I used to go down to London visiting him, and we had some good fucking fun. I had fun once in my life, and what's the story? Yeah, we went to Coco in Camden. Coco was a nightclub in Camden. I don't know if it's still a thing, as they say, but back then in Coco the nightclub, not Coco the clown, Coco the nightclub in Camden, it was £5 a can 14 years ago. So it must be £15 a fucking can now. That's just fucking wild. Keith will be at home in a right mess. No, mate, I used to watch quite a lot. Well, welcome back, Jimmy P79. Feel free to comment or do what you want. Take your shoes off. Do what you want. This cuppa, a one-off exclusive Peter Boothroyd mug. I'm just doing this so this becomes the thumbnail. 25 people watching this shit. Hit the like button, says the lovely, lovely Nicole in Washington, D.C. Steve, Def Leppard. Def Leppard. Def Leppard, Steve. Def Leppard. I'm getting old. I'm too tired for all this shit. I'll have to retire soon. I need an heir to the throne. Perhaps Martin Redding could be the new me. Dublin Castle Camden, good piss up. You know what, Buster Rio? We played a gig there once. Clown Prince, my old band. We played the Dublin Castle. 2005, I think it was, in the old world. For a management company. Gary Davison of the great Liaisons and Promotions Company. The Liaisons and the management company was called the Liaisons and Promotions Company or something. And I went to his office and he had all gold discs on his wall, like fucking Heaven 17 and other stuff. And we was gonna be with a top producer. But things don't. Sometimes it doesn't pan out, kids. Does it? It does not pan out. Rob is not your Bob. No, Haley, but I'm mates with Paul. Well, I only met Paul McCartney, but we did get on. I bet Paul McCartney's not got a Peter Boothroyd mug though. Jimmy, give a shout out to Sharon's sweaty flip flop. Good God. What is this? Madness started at the castle too. Here he is, the Boothroyd. He's in the. I'm very bad. Jimmy, Justine Kessner, I am having very bad women's problems. Does that mean you're a money grabbing bastard? That was one of my old jokes, that. My girlfriend has very bad women's problems. She's a money grabbing bastard. That was when I was a stand up. Loads of birds on here now. There's not loads of women on here. Alex, hello, Alex. Not too bad, I don't think. Thank you. At least somebody laughed at my joke. Thank you, Ailey. Thank you for validating me ever so slightly. You depressed since about Buster Rio? I'm always depressed. You know, I'm like fucking Travis Bickle in Taxi Driver. Loneliness follows me everywhere. What does he say? In sidewalks, bars, and all that. I am God's lonely man. That's tonight's fucking title. Jack Hopkins is in. The only Jack Hopkins has joined us. He beats his nan up to give me money, or he used to give me money. Well, he does. He gives me $4.99 a month. I'm being cheeky, I'm sorry, Jack. Jack Hopkins, welcome. I went to Dunkin' Donuts. You know what I had for my fucking dinner today? Dunkin' Donuts. 2 fucking Boston cream donuts for my dinner. Chippy for my tea. A butty from Asda for my supper. Jack, hello, Nicole, and I do indeed. My nan suffers from Jim's financial gains. I'm like Travis Bickle, but the girls get up and run away when I tell them I don't watch porn. You watch Barry Titler? Should have become a legal alien in the USA. I know a guy that fucked out of Miami in 1980. He stayed there, still there. Good lad, but he's a gangster. Can you all rock your Peter Boothroyd emojis in honour of the great man? The man who has met Paul McCartney, is friends with Paul Weller, and he's done other stuff as well. He's appeared in a photograph with Harry Styles before he wore dresses. It might have been Peter Boothroyd in the picture that sent Harry Styles to wearing dresses. I'm blue, ba ba dee da. I'm blue, ba ba dee da da da. I'm blue. Da 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 da. Ba ba bee ba ba ba. Wow. I'm blue. I'm blue. Peter Sellers. He was a dark character, wasn't he? He was a dark character. Peter Sellers. There's one in Wigan, Alex. You have 32 people here who love you. You are loved. No, I have a collection of people in the chat, and I have some people watching in the shadows who wish I was dead. But thank you, Justine Kessner, for that. Thanks for telling us all you've got women's problems as well. It's just amazing. Paul McCartney died in the 60s. Boothroyd met Billy Shears. Peter Boothroyd. Robin Park. Alex, it's on Robin Park. Come down and buy me some donuts, Alex. I'm a donut fucking head now. We're going to mandate a non-sexual mandate. Mandate? That's like a political thing, isn't it? I wonder if that's what it means, a mandate. All politicians were men. The fuck am I going on about? Sound like some fucking punch-drunk old prick. Foul Paul. What do you think if you sang out a tune? Boothroyd always brings the Beatles. He is Tavistock Institute. Well, hello, Ian. Are you well?
Easy, my man. How are you? I'm all right, mate. Today, you know, is how you doing? All right?
I'm not too bad, Ian. I'm adjusting back to Wigan. You know what I mean? It's fucking like a come down, really.
Oh, I bet, mate.
So what's going on with you?
Oh, mate, you're just getting by in it, mate. I've had a few weeks, but I'm trying to get over that shit.
Are you back on your StreamYard? Or are you back on your StreamYard?
No.
All right.
I'm doing it through YouTube now, isn't it? Just YouTube.
So you don't need StreamYard to go on other people's lives, then? No.
No, honestly, I thought that, man, but I went on over last week, and I'm like, shit, I can do it like that because I didn't think I could. But no, I can't. There's a video I really want to make, mate. Yeah, and I want to do it in a live setting, but I can't do it because I need StreamYard. And it's like, but I can't. There's no way I'm getting it for a bit. Do you know what I mean? It's 100%.
You'll get it at some point. You know.
That's it. That's what I think, man. Do you know what I mean?
So tell me. Sorry, Ian, I cut you off then.
No, go
on. Let me just read this out, Ian. George got a video of George Harrison's wife and son meeting fake Paul. She greets him with "Hello, Billy." Yeah, I've seen that, Billy. Just talking about Paul McCartney died in 1966 and he was replaced by Billy Shears.
I've heard the theory. I've heard the theory a lot, man. Innit?
What's your thoughts on it, Ian?
I don't know enough about the Beatles, man, to have a thought on it. Do you know what I mean? But it is similar to the Mandela effect, isn't it? Where you think something's happened, but it hasn't. It's a weird one.
It's if only we had an expert on the Beatles who could clarify this, who could come from the shadows. And anyway, so what's been going on with Johnny Woodsman? Have you been counselling?
No, I just popped on his live, innit? I seen his live, and I'm like, right, I'll pop on there when I started what we're doing, like taking him out and everything like this. And I just popped on, and he went in a good way, man. Do you know what I mean? So I'll just try to give him a little bit of advice, man. Whether people are taking it, totally up to them. I don't know if people are taking it, but all you can do is offer it, mate, innit?
Well, it's true. So you've been helping him because he's in a bad place.
I try and help anyone, man. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes I'm not in headspace to help. I've had people give me shit before because I hadn't helped him and advised him properly. And I'm like, well, what the fuck, man? Do you know what I mean?
Sometimes you can't get involved, Ian. You really can't get involved in certain situations because you know. Yeah. Well, let me just read this out. Sir. Peter Boothroyd, I lost £2,000 last week, being on a downward spiral. Had a week of gambling, strippers, and kebabs from that Persian restaurant. Peter, how have you lost £2,000?
Kebabs,
Peter,
mate. You must have banged somewhere on, lad.
Have you lost £2,000 gambling? What are you doing gambling?
Do you know what I want to know, mate? I want to know more about Salem, me. Honestly, I want to know what sort of a place it was, man.
You know what? It was a really cool place. Imagine America, your vision of America. I don't know. Do you know the old school, the oldie world America of white picket fences and wooden houses, like the Waltons?
Yeah,
well, not like the film Halloween. A lot of the houses there are fucking wooden and they have wooden veneer fronts and it's a really cool place and it's really chilled. But obviously there's a lot of occult stuff. There's a lot of gift shops with witch stuff and brooms and fucking stuff like that. But it's really nice place. It's very chilled. It's not a city. It's Salem a city? I don't know if it's a city or not, but from what we saw of it, and me and Will went on this roof. Will took us to this rooftop bar, and I had I had a small drink. I had 2 martini fucking lemon drops or whatever they're called, and I was pissed, But it was a mad time. But Salem's cool, you know what I mean? I mean, if you're into the, I didn't see a lot of the touristy stuff. There's witch tours you can go on, and you know what I mean. There's a beach there called Dead Horse Beach, apparently, where they buried loads of dead horses and they all washed up or something. So,
did I hear you saying before that you're going back to do some more filming?
Yeah, apparently. See, what happened was they only filmed a chunk of the film, and the reason for that is they're going to take that chunk of film, show it to investors, and hopefully get more money for a bigger production. But they'll need us all back in November to finish off bits and pieces. I have to film my murder scene, so I get murdered in the film. I'm not going to tell people how it'll spoil it, but but it is. So what they're doing now is editing up what they've got and presenting it so it'll be like in a demo form.
Like festival sort, not a festival, but where you've got people there who's willing to put money into making these films, isn't it?
Look what the cat's dragged in.
Oh my god! Yo, change the fucking thing round. Change it round. What the fuck? Oh my god! Change it round.
My camera looks like white compared to yours.
Like that. Do you want that?
That's it. There we go. There we go.
I don't know why you're
Hi.
Well, good evening. Have you met Ian? He's a fellow chonga like yourself.
Yeah.
I follow her on Instagram. I follow her on Instagram.
Do you? Oh, nice. Thank you. I didn't notice you, but thank you.
No worries, man. People generally don't notice me.
Yo, stick some comments in there and I'll notice you. You know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah.
Let me just see. Deanology's in. The Wigan superstar Deanology is in chat, and Peter Boothroyd says you should. Dean, jump on if you want. If you're not too you're not doing. Peter Boothroyd, you and Will should do a road trip and film it. We'd love to do that. It's just the money, and the time.
Costs a lot of money, that would, man. Money, well, that's a thing.
Money is everything, innit? Money is the what are you up to, Laura Lee?
It's not everything, but it helps you live, doesn't it?
It is everything. It's my God. I don't give a fuck about anything other than that. Anyway, next question.
It helps you live. It's not everything, but it helps you live.
It helps you do all the things that you want to do and what you need to do. If you don't have money, you kind of destroy.
You've got to eat. You've got to have a roof over your head. You've got to eat, and that costs money. But everything else can go fuck itself. As far as I'm concerned, if I could live in a tent for the rest of my life, I fucking would quite happily.
On it, innit, man. I know you feel there.
I'm being serious. I would. I fucking would. Because what is the point of paying all that money? It's like women who pay money for hair and nails. Why do that when you can grow your own? Sort your heads out. What the fuck?
Let me just say, is this the real Deanology? Because Deanology says he's shy. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Is this
But
the
I've
real?
never been on your panel before, and this is the real me, so you don't know, do you?
Well, why are you talking like a weirdo? What time do you start drinking?
Because I'm a Yorkshire girl and you're a Lancashire guy, so you know.
I like how you put that, man. I like how you put that.
I like the beard. Shave it off.
Get gone. Get gone, man. Get gone. Not happy.
No, I like the beard. It's very Amish of you. Cheers.
I get called a lot worse, man. I get called his mama.
Jimmy, you talk too much. I can't hear myself thinking.
No,
Jimmy,
I can't get a fucking word in, so I'm not a fucking rabbit on, you know, fueled by
He's so regretting asking me to go on his panel now. Fucking
fueled by bag and booze vodka.
Oh, he is. He is. Bag and booze Yorkshire girl. He does not want on his panel. Trust me.
Whereabouts Yorkshire? Whereabouts in Yorkshire? I don't want actual things.
Whereabouts in Yorkshire? West Yorkshire. I was raised in West Yorkshire. Brighouse. Do you know Brighouse?
Right. I'm Keith.
You know Brighouse? Oh no.
I know.
Oh no. Yeah, Brighouse. Bad girl, Brighouse. Oh dear. Jimmy's like, no, get her off my panel. Sorry, I know. What the fuck, mate? She's bad news. She's worse than me. Get her off the panel.
Too much Yorkshire. Too much Yorkshire in house, isn't it?
I need another Lancastrian. I need another fucking hell. Stop talking. You're a live stream. Listen, Laura, you're a live streamer. You should know the rules of fucking all.
And everybody fucking loves me because I'm from Yorkshire, not Lancashire, Jimmy.
Mogo says
hey, any girls in the chat? Yo, any girls in the chat? Type of one. Let me know.
No comment, man.
I'm sorry, Laura. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. It's it's one of them. That's showbiz.
1 minute you're on, next minute you're out.
But yeah. Anyway, Margot said FHO. Blame Margot.
You gotta blame someone, innit? So
yeah, he's here. Hello,
where's she gone? That other one, that loud one.
She was too much. Laura, you're too drunk. I'm sorry. You know, come back when you've been drinking tea, not fucking spirits. But yeah, why did you want to talk to her?
You just said you wanted one more Lancashire lad on, so I thought I'd come on to help you out.
No, but you're welcome to please stay on. We want to talk to you. Don't. Was you only basically? Oh, I see what you only came on because there was a woman on the panel. Is this true, Peter?
No, I've told you I've come out. So anyway, I like that cup.
Yeah, the cup.
Yeah.
Oh, go on, man. I like that. Go on, lad. Is that a model with your t-shirt on it?
Boarded made it for me for my birthday, and it says on the back, Ian, Peter Boothroyd bums the Beatles. And
Boothroyd with a lowercase b. And he picked the one photo of me online where I'm wearing a Rolling Stones cap.
What do you feel about that?
It's just funny that you say that I bummed the Beatles. I'm wearing a Rolling Stones cap in the picture.
But it's a picture with you with your mannequin looking very happy.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. It's a good picture, that. That's the one from the Manchester Evening News.
No, let's just... What, have you lost $2,000, please?
I told you. I said already. I was on my downward spiral of...
Gambling,
yeah, strippers, kebabs, and going to the pictures.
How much
to watch Jurassic World and then the Elvis film and stuff. And it was just decadence and it was over the top, but who cares? Paul McCartney at Glastonbury was good, so that cheered me up.
Strippers are the worst form of woman. It's the Deanology. Now then, it's Deanology.
How you doing, Jimmy?
Well, they're better to have a bona fide Wigan superstar, Grace as a presence. Are you well?
I'm not too bad, actually. Hello, John, and can't beat the week 420 stroke, Ian. That's a fair own name.
Have you met Ian before?
I don't think so.
Well,
Are you doing all right, Dino?
Yeah, not too bad. Thanks very much. Yeah.
No worries, come on, no worries.
And John is from London. He's a record. He's a DJ from London.
Oh, what type of music?
And he's also he does all what is it? Darktronica is your genre, Peter. Are you still doing that?
Yeah.
Laura Lee's gone live now. Just got a notification. Should be calling me out fucking names under Sunday. Anyway, basically, also Dino, John is a Beatles expert. What's your thoughts on Paul McCartney? Did he die in 1966?
There's a rumor going round. I don't know. It's uncanny because people have brought that the album cover into it where he wasn't wearing any shoes, and that was a symbol for that he did die. I don't know. Somebody was saying that was symbolic of it, but I don't know. The only truthful answer I can give is I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people said that there's a tour guide in Liverpool who shows you Paul McCartney's house, and they said that's him. It looks fuck all like him. You know what I mean? I'm really into conspiracies, and I believe most of them, but some of them just push it too far.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jimmy? Because
you know what? I don't think he died. I don't think he died in 1960. It's the same fucking bloke, isn't it? Let's face it, Dean.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
You know,
yeah, we shouldn't get swayed, should we?
You know, I mean, I'm open-minded, and I'm really into most conspiracy theories, and well, sometimes they veer off into just fucking. You get the odd fucking lunatic. I mean, the worst conspiracy theory I ever heard was that Princess Diana didn't die. She actually became David Furnish, Elton John's boyfriend, and I was watching this video, and it was quite plausible, and then they come out with that, and I think you get right. You're fucking dumb. Everything you just fucking said. You know what I mean, kind of thing. But,
did any of you watch Paul at Glastonbury then on Saturday?
No. Was he any? It was shit apparently, according to Early Bar.
Apparently, it was shit. It was the best thing ever. The best headline at Glastonbury ever. It was fantastic.
I heard a few people say it, but I didn't even know Glastonbury was on, to be fair.
Well, it's on BBC iPlayer. You should watch it. It's fantastic. And
Early Bar says he was awful.
He was awful? What? Why? How can you say that?
I've heard a rumour that Peter Boothroyd died in 2005 and was replaced by John. See, John isn't his real name. Do you know? John is a pseudonym. He's actually an iconic figure of DJ, T-shirt designer.
Yeah, I had to change my name to John because I said too much. Crazy. I was very racist on here during lockdown. So
he was very nationalist about a white future, and so he had to change his name to John. So
I've given up on all that white future, that nativist shit, all that sort of indigenous people shit, because it just pushes people away. So I'd rather keep that sort of covert and pushing like more. I don't know. We need to think about. We need to be diverse. We need to be more inclusive now. The world and things are changing.
Well, you're more gay now. You've come out as gay now, aren't you? So everything's okay.
This is a protracted war.
Is it a gay strip club you went to then?
Pardon?
Is it a gay strip club you went to then? Yeah.
A gay strip club?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Otherwise, be a waste of money, wouldn't it? Really, if you're not looking at, you know what I mean.
Well, that's what I kind of thought, man. I was just gonna say it, but I thought I'd best ask which one it was first, innit?
You'd be bored if you was gay and you're having lap dances off women and you're throwing money at them. You think, what the fuck's all this about? What am I doing? You know what I mean?
Something not right there, innit?
Like going in chippy when you're full and buying things and just throwing it away in a bin.
Especially a Wigan chippy. You always get too much.
I'd rather go to a Wigan chippy though than a Wigan lap dancing club. Fucking hell, you know.
Why is the one, Jimmy? I didn't know that.
Maybe Platinum, I think, on King Street. I don't know if it's still going.
Jimmy knows them all, man. Jimmy knows them all.
No, we used to have a comedy night in Stilettos years ago. Stilettos, King Street West. We used to have a comedy night called Round the Pole, which mixed. We had it was fucking bit of fun, but I've never been in Baby Platinum. I'm not paying fucking £30 for a woman to humiliate me.
Is that how much it is?
I can do that for free.
Fuck
You know what I
that.
mean? Fucking hell.
That's an 8 for weed, that man. For some lads to just sit on you and dance. You're not allowed to touch you or anything, are you?
Well, they let me touch them. They love me. I get the phone numbers. No, but the only reason I went because I won at the casino. See, I won thousands at the casino, and I lost it all just as easily, plus another $2,000. That's why I'm not. That's why I've hit rock bottom, but I feel loads better.
Life's for living, Peter.
It is, yeah.
You've had a week of experiences of strippers, of money, of highs and lows, and chips and fucking whatever.
Chips inside the kebab as well sometimes, and hummus. And I bet too much. To be honest.
Persian kebabs.
Yeah.
So, Dino, have you been on your travels doing any more videos?
Not recently.
Having a break.
But in a way, the thing is, and I've not come here to say this, my dad died last Sunday, in Father's Day. It were coming. It's not like it weren't a shock. It's still horrible, innit? But so I've had to lay off doing stuff. But I just thought the other day I put one I had in the bag, which wasn't my video. I didn't do this video. So I thought, well, I'm struggling. I've got to keep my channel going. So I'll put this up. I think I put 3 videos up out of 270 odd, which aren't mine. So I've just put it up as if to say I'm still here and things like that. Anyway, it was on TikTok. Apparently, it was sent to me by a friend of mine just for a laugh. Here, have a look at this. It's over 6.5 million views.
Look, are you on TikTok?
No, that's the thing. I didn't know where it came from. It was sent to me by a friend, so I put it up. It's been monitored. Now, I won't get paid for that, by the way. That would have been a really nice packet next month.
Copyright.
I'll not get paid a penny for it.
Copyright infringement, then, isn't it?
It's something to do with YouTube and TikTok, like not being friends, if you know what I mean. And I don't mind because it's if it were my video, then well, it'd be different anyway. But I never felt anything for it anyway. It's just gone what? Yeah, that's why the subs have gone up. So
you've got a video on your channel.
Lucky.
You've got a video on your channel then with 6 million views on it. That's badass, that mate. That's well good, that.
Yeah, but it's not my video. So
I know, but it's still on your channel. You're still getting views. You're still getting subs. You're not getting paid for it, but you're still getting traffic coming through your channel.
Yeah, they've gone up, and I'll keep doing videos. So, but yeah, Jimmy knows. I mean, I've done a lot of videos.
Might have to look into doing something like that, because it's little things to get your channel, like new people at your channel and that, innit? That's all, man.
Honestly, I thought 5, maybe 10,000, but it went up like mad because it's one of them. The whole of America went through it. I've checked my geographics and that, and it's like it's obviously spread fast. And then I've looked at my Jimmy will know the geography of where all your viewers come from, and it's like US of A. And I don't even think UK is in there anymore. Mexico, Chile, Argentina, the whole way through America. So obviously it spread there. And like half of the comments are like European, Russia. It's just gone mad. And it's not my video. So I've just got fucking really lucky by keeping a video in the bag for months and months and months, struggling to put things up because of circumstances, and thought, oh, go on, I'll put it up. 5 or 10, maybe.
Fair play to you. I mean, that'll be your dad looking after you, looking down on you, saying, you know what I mean, I'll give him a push on social media.
Do you actually know then, Jimmy?
No, I think you just told us, didn't you? Your dad had passed away, like, didn't you? No.
Oh, sorry, yeah, my head's in bits, yeah.
No, I didn't know, mate. You know what I mean? You just told. I'm sorry about
Jimmy,
that.
You're welcome to come, at the funeral. I don't know when it is. but
Well,
you're
keep me
very welcome to
informed.
come.
Keep me informed on here. I'll keep an eye on your channel too. But you know what I mean. You can keep in touch with me via here. I'm on most nights kind of thing. I'll send. You've got quite a few followers you can throw if you're not online, just to throw a message over, kind of thing, to let us know what's what. Well, I said I've lost my dad 5 years ago. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible time. You're probably in the mode now of survival and shutdown mode and shock mode. You know what I mean? So it's grief is a process you have to go through. There's various.
It's not just grief, Jimmy, is it? It's that you've got everything in between, like sorting things out and the house, and the list goes on of what you've got to do. Like today, I picked up his the death certificates, which means we can get the funeral process going. So tomorrow, I'm going to Vertis.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Sorry.
No. All our condolences go out to you. Nicole says she's sorry for your loss. You know what I mean? So
no, thanks, Jimmy. Yeah, I didn't come on here to mention that. Just
fine. You know what I mean? You can't brush something like that under the carpet. You know what I mean? It's
a community to talk. That's what it's all about.
It's good of you, that, mate. And if you ever watch my lives, it's same. You know, we get loads of people like just cut, and we all get together, chat and panel, and it's just like it's not a Dear Deirdre type thing, but it's still like supportive panel. Anyone fucks about, they're gone, things like that. It's a supportive, no drama online. I do get it, but
are you like me? That block button's the best button ever. I love that block button on my channel because
I've got I've got 2 managers though, and they do all that. And because if you watch it, I go non-stop, and I'm trying to concentrate on like loads of stuff. You know what people are interested in, if I can. So I know I get loads of shit. Jimmy will tell you, but I don't really. It don't bother me, and I've got great mods. So because I can be controversial, guests who come on, you know, conspiracies and things like that.
Let me ask you. Am I right in thinking you filmed the MI5 building
in London? Yeah, and there's did you know there's one in Bury, near Bury? I've done that twice.
Interesting. Peter Boothroyd's from Bury, and we think he's part of the Tavistock Institute. So interesting that the MI5 building in Bury, the plot thickens. But did you ever worry that like Big Brother might be like putting you on a list because of all this? Have you had any weird stuff? Have you had any like phone calls saying fucking pack it in, or anything weird's happened to you, right? Because like I'm just interested because you're putting yourself in the kind of out there kind of thing. I've always worried about, you know, the big brother.
Well, they've got you, haven't they? I mean, that place, it was every 10 meters. It's quite a big area, quite a big building, that. But on the perimeter fence, but every 10 meters, there's a camera. And I'll tell you what, just like the ones in London, when they spot you, they don't just turn like that slowly. They're like, you know what I mean? And then each camera on its pole thing, it's got like these roadwork type orange lights what spin around. Okay. So as soon as you pass them, you've been recognised. So I walked all the way around, set every light off, but no one's come out. So it's like they've got you. So it's same with anywhere we go. They've got your face, your address. They've got everything about us all, I think. But maybe more intense at them places. But I don't really care because, one, I'm not breaking the law. Do you know what I mean? And why shouldn't people be interested in places like what have you got to hide type of thing? Rather than what can you tell us?
Jimmy, do you think that you're not on one of them watch lists?
Do you know something? I've been to America twice, and I've had problems going in twice. And the first time I went to America, I went with 2 friends. They sailed through Border Patrol. They kept me for about a few minutes, asking me questions. What do I do? Where have I got money from? Blah 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 blah. Now, this time when I went to America, they weren't for letting me in. They took me down to the fucking detention center, and fucking and I had to the lad who I was staying when seeing, I had to fucking ring them up. And what they said on the desk about, I overheard them saying this. They said that the border patrol man said, he said, well, if we spent more time on him, we could find something, but we've not got the time, so we're just going to let him through. I'll make of that what you will.
You actually heard him say that?
I heard him say. I was about 4 or 5 yards from the desk. And he said, well, things have been explained, but if we had a few more hours, we could find some more stuff on him, but we've not got time. So make of that what you will.
We're all subjects, mate. That's all we are. And we're all on a database, full on. Do you know what I mean?
Every time, everything you've typed in Google it. He's.
Do you know what I think? You know, if you don't have your location thing on your phone or whatever, I still think they know where you are.
There's a tracker on your battery, isn't there? That's why, man. Do you know your battery, especially in iPhones? Do you know the sticker what goes around your battery? There's a tracker in that. Yeah, I've heard this for years and years, man. A lot of people I used to go grafting with used to always take them off when they got the phone.
But do you know what? Isn't there a facility on an iPhone? I've got an iPhone, but I've never called Find My Friends. Now, this has done people cheating quite a few times where fucking girlfriends have found where the fucking boyfriends are.
You turn it off, don't you?
I don't know what the. But like I said, anything is GPS, isn't it?
To have that on, you've got to have your location on. That's the thing.
All right, I didn't know.
You know
but end of the day, I'm sure they can, even if you've not got your location on, they can still find you. And wasn't there a program on television a few years ago? Do you remember it? It was called Hunted, where people had just set off, and the television crew's own security force had to track them down in the country and find them. Did anyone remember that?
I remember it. I only watched a bit of an episode.
Yeah, but of course, they know where you are. They know all you. See, when you go on Facebook and you go on eBay looking at something, and you go on Facebook and there'll be an advert for it, and
you've spoke about something.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you've got loads of things on your phone about it. Your phone spies on everything. Spies on you. It's like that thing with American government a few years ago, and they were all having them things over the laptop cameras because they didn't want Chinese watching them.
Somebody's not address this. Justine, I'm sorry, but when I feel ignored, it is like I turn into Marty McFly, Back to the Future. I lose my shit. Sorry, we'll never again. I'm sorry. I apologise, Justine, if I've ignored you. I didn't mean to ignore you. I've just been kind of keeping the
Justine, in defence of Jimmy, right? I do about 16 hours live a week, and it's very hard to take notice of everything when you're in full conversation. So don't take anything bad about it. Jimmy wouldn't ignore you. Do you know what I mean? It's just my fault because I've come on. So
if I've got on my channel, if I've got someone on my channel, I won't be talking to my chat. If I've got someone on panel like this, I won't be talking to my chat, and they know it because I can't concentrate on it.
Yeah.
It's ignorant to the people you've got on then, do you know what I mean? Because you're not listening to them. Sorry, Jimmy, go on.
All right, Justine, in fact, you have found a home. A lot of people here have got time for you. I'm sorry if I can't give you my full attention kind of thing, but I'm listening to you now and you've got my attention. I apologise profusely. That's it. I'm sorry if it wasn't intentional to ignore you. Well, yeah, we were all being we have to get on with our lives, though, don't we? You can get paranoid about fucking government fucking following you.
You can walk down a high street, right, and you're on like hundreds or thousands of cameras. Do you know what I mean? There's no getting away from it. We're getting tracked everywhere we go. It's like all these drugs.
And they have improving on the technology. All these new cameras I've seen go around Wigan and things. I think Wigan's one of the towns which has got the most CCTV.
I was in Europe.
Europe, there you go.
Do you not think Wigan's a test bed? Do you not think Wigan's a test bed for things? I think they tried university.
Jimmy, I've thought that before about other things as well. I forget what they are. But like, yeah, we all the big brother, the guys on the street who used to give tickets out to people who finished a fag and dropped the butt on the floor, like we've all been used to for like last fucking 200 or 300 years. Like, we don't want them to break out of that habit because we can nick them for it and make revenue.
Why do you think it is, Dino? Because the people who are going to so servile are like apathetic.
Some of them, yeah.
I'm obviously, yeah, not all of them, but the government, we've got a Labour council who just are here to stay. They're not going anywhere. Wigan's a Labour stronghold, so the government, the local council have carte blanche to do what they want. Really, they've no opposition. The only person who was an opposition, Paul Maiden, is no longer with us. Paul Maiden was a thorn in the side of Wigan Council. You know, he was fighting on the side of the market traders, and you know, and what I don't understand is why there's no why only Paul Maiden, why is nobody else bothered? But that's another story. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. Everybody else just takes the money, don't they, and just fucking carries on with it. You know what I mean?
That's what it's all about, isn't it? Money, everything what goes on. All
You're
all
not going to stop them. For me, they put a show on, like, you know, you've got your opposition show, soap opera type thing. But I honestly, I think the guys at the top, the ones who are making the most money and decisions, I don't think it doesn't matter. It don't matter what party you're in or anything like that. They're all the same. You never see them guys suffer. They're not bothered whether they lose or, lose the election or whatever. They'll be elated at winning, but it won't really change their lifestyle much other than we don't feel as powerful. I think sometimes they're comfortable no matter what decision. They're knocking a big shopping centre down in Wigan, and it's like any other petition you get anywhere for anything, Greenbelt, what's faded out. Everyone, you know, some people, I mean, used to get involved with that, went nowhere. We'll build on that land whether you like it or not because money speaks. We'll knock that down and build a more modern complex because it'll make more money for this council, stroke government and all that. So it is all about money. Who cares about petitions and how many thousands of people might sign it to stop this thing from happening? It won't. It's part of the show. It makes things look good and it slows down the process, which makes it look like, oh, you know, we're not going ahead with it yet because of what the people say. They're always going to go ahead with it.
They're not listening to the people one bit more. That's the main thing. But it's like you look at a lot of politicians, right? They're just normal people when they go in, but when they come out, they're rich people. They're backed out right, in all the right ways, and they're making choices to benefit their future, not our where we're at now. We're not benefiting us people. It's just ourselves. And until that changes, no, it's going to change. But how's that going to change? Because, do you know what I mean?
It's not done overnight as well. I've said it on that. I get a lot of good debates and, like, you know, we talk about this kind of stuff. But for me, and I've said it loads of times, it's like these guys are so many years in front with their planning. They're not going, oh, overnight, we'll do this. They're not. They do it so subtly, so well.
Well, look how long it took them. It was still doing that HS3, that rail thing all across the country. How long has it taken them to do that? They've been working on that for decades, and they've still not got the full thing for it. But
they can't afford to fuck up, and it's very rare they do. You know what I mean? And if they do, they soon fix it, and it only takes a plaster for them guys, honestly. And I've had loads of protesters and things like that come on and say, we can do this, let's get together and all that. Well, yeah, I agree with all that, but we've got fucking no chance. We're living in false hope, you know what I mean? I think talking about it helps, but we're going to get nowhere.
Do you know the thing is,
protesters come on with me. I've done a few protests and they've come back saying, and this is where I fucked them off. They've been saying things like, well, what we need to do is get on the front line, get kitted up, break through that front line at a protest where the police are, and then we get through. And I've been saying, well, what happens after that? Because once you've gone through that first line, there's another, and then another, and then, okay, we outnumber them, but their strategies, their planning for things like that, their equipment and everything like that. So for people who say once we break through that line, we've got freedom, to me, that's pathetic. But these people live in that fantasy world. We want to do it and win the game, but it won't happen.
It's naive. It's very naive.
We're not going to win that line though, because the way the protesters go down, it just isn't right. They get a lot of bad press. It's not just the bad press that watch list we're on about. Most of these protesters are on them watch list. So with people like that, there's never no they can do right. Even if they were 100% right, we'd still get, well, we're on this list, we've done this before, we've done
Absolutely.
This
before. And honestly, because I've been to a few, but in London, it really opened my eyes, right? Because I met quite a few fellow YouTubers. Obviously, people travel from everywhere to go to London for a protest, or wherever the protest might be. And so it was on and off. It was like a bit of trouble, calm down. There were people having picnics and barbecues and drinking and all that. Like it was like a festival. That's how it were. But then the police kit, once they started moving in and things like that. But anyway, they were getting nowhere. But anyway, I started noticing things like, these people, where they come from and things like that. It don't feel right. And then this guy who watches my channel, he came over to meet me and another YouTuber. And I said, what's all this clapping about? All of a sudden, the line of police took their helmets off. And this was probably one of the hottest days of last year, actually. I think it was 30 degrees. And then they all started clapping. And I said, what? Before I finished, he went, Dino, crisis actors, it's for the mainstream media. Did you not notice that helicopter what came in? Did you not notice them vehicles what started driving up just before that happened? And thinking back and looking back at videos, that's how powerful mainstream media, they can change the image of anything and make it look like the cops and the whole riot gear and everything like that is, look, they're standing down to the protest saying, we respect you. That's mainstream media for you, and that's what happened.
Well, we didn't put a lot of things on, did we, from these protests, what were really happening, because you'd see what were happening on news, and then you'd see on Facebook and on social media and stuff like that. And it was totally different footage. I do get what you mean, man. There's so much fake media, and then it makes you wonder about how long's that been going on for, the fake media. We just don't know what's real nowadays. What it has to be real.
The word media comes from like the Medes, which were like ancient priests and like magicians who kind of like did illusions and stuff like that. But go on YouTube, Tasha Smith. Do you know Tasha Smith? Do you know? Go on YouTube, type in Illuminati. Lee Oaks, watch his video he's done exposing the New World Order as he was an actor in 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps.
Oh, I remember that.
Lee Oaks, I don't remember him, but
Lee Oaks would have been. I know it would have been Will's mate who we worked in garage with. I mean, right now.
Yeah, but Green Liam Carter, it's all very fascinating, but I never watch the news. I cannot be asked.
Too much headache, innit?
It's so depressing.
I've not had a TV for 7 years now.
Apparently, monkeypox, I'll just say, has not been, the public haven't bought monkeypox, so they're trying polio on it. So I'm not sure, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Surprise me, that's the thing. I've got a TV there, but I just watch Netflix and stuff. Me, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. Just watch your box sets and just fucking, but our mainstream television is insulting. It's just fucking bullshit anyway, innit?
I mean, they don't call it, programs for nothing. Do you know what I mean? No one thinks, why have they called it that? Why don't they call it, this is tonight's show? Why is it like tonight's programme is?
Is it true that television is patented as a weapon?
The biggest weapon of mass destruction, I reckon, that's been around since after the war, when new technology came out, and everything changed.
Yeah,
I think, and now it's gone into the next step now, where I think since just not long ago, things have changed hell of a lot, especially putting around towns and cities more advanced technological cameras, etc. A lot more there's more than cameras, but I'll just use that, and GPS towers and powerful microwavable stuff going out there for some reason.
The 5G, there was fitting a 5G tower up in Wigan yesterday around near Highfield, where there's, what's that, is it Primrose Hill or something, that pub, one of these Midlands Green. Well, there's like in Goose Green behind the club, there's like they built a new road and an industrial estate, and there's
Primrose Farm.
Yeah, they're whacking a 5G tower up there yesterday. My mate's a telephone engineer, and I was just driving through with him. He goes, "Luke, that's a 5G tower they're putting up there." So
everywhere out
why are they doing that? Because that's my major question for everything. Why? Because all we think about is, they're putting 5G up and things like that. So what is it, and why are they doing it?
Man, it's meant to be better technology for us for the future. That's what it's meant to be. We're thinking of, but
that's what they're saying. Yeah,
I think it's an even bigger reason for us to spy on us. That there is helping them spy on everyone in that vicinity.
I mean, even going down to as low as, I know it sounds a bit daft, but even as low as, and it's been out for years now, Tesco club cards. So you get leaflets through your door saying you've got a coupon off a packet of tomatoes, because they know you like tomatoes and you've been buying them. So they know what your food tastes are, what your thoughts are, what time you went shopping, etc. What days you went. And that's just a frigging supermarket club card.
Yeah, what have the official people got on us? Where have they got that from? It really gets you, doesn't it?
Let me just stop you there. Justine Kessler, does anybody want a wife? I want to move to England. All I want is to get citizenship. I have a German passport, but I don't know if I can still. That's we'll put it out there. Anybody wants to marry? Justine. No,
is there a fee in it, man? I've got to get something out of it, man. Do you know what I mean?
Here's something very worrying, right? Okay, this is not just about Justine looking for an husband. Right? If you go on Google and by 2030 and ask about most of the airports by 2030, they're on about closing them, and they're using the guise of climate change, global warming. So there'll only be a couple of airports open. So obviously the price of travel will be astronomical. It'll only be for the elite. They're trying to price us all off the roads with fucking diesel.
Well, do you think that's going to go down? Diesel price, man. It's £2, man. It's £2.
I honestly don't know. You know what? Years ago, there was a fuel strike, and it was nowhere near. Why is nobody bothered anymore? Why has everybody become so fucking?
When it first went over £1 a litre about 2006, do you remember that? The whole country was absolutely in uproar, man. And now we're paying £2 a litre. Everything's gone up because of it. Food, we're in the highest cost of living, right, in the last 50, 60 years, man. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, bad, isn't it?
Do you not think, with this electric stuff and It's becoming big business now, just like fossil fuel was, diesel, petrol, and that. They're trying to fade it out, and they're using this global warming thing, you know. And I know it sounds a bit daft, but it reminds me of tobacco industries now doing the vape stuff, and people think, oh, the tobacco industries have gone. It's not. It's them who's doing it. Same with the fuel industries. It's like we can make even more money now out of electric cars and not pollute the earth, because global warming and fear from that, which I don't believe in. So
I heard this theory
made a hell of a lot of money for.
I heard this theory a few weeks ago, man, and it's like, why? What reason is there for fuel prices to go up? And it's like, oh, hang on, I bet electric cars are going up now. I bet sales in electric cars, and I bet everyone's buying electric cars now because of.
Do you know what? It's going to cost you more to have an electric car than like the old ways. It will.
Electric, yeah, I can imagine it too, man. Because electric and gas is expensive anyway, man. Do you know what I mean?
Gas is free.
Why am I meter up?
Quickly interjecting. Dino, you need to get a guy on called Paul Webster, and he talks about how you shouldn't pay your electric, your gas, and your water. But he explains it all, how you can navigate it. I'll try and connect you with Paul Webster, but he's really an expert on this field. He's not just like a bullshitter. He knows in depth about how people can navigate around these kind of things.
100%, 100%.
Webster's gas. He doesn't pay a gas bill.
I don't pay a water bill.
He doesn't pay a gas. He doesn't pay a gas bill. His gas is free.
Oh, man, I always thought it was free. Why we know?
Electric's free, water's free. It's all free energy, but they haven't been using that in the past because they make money out of, like, you know. I remember a video. This guy run a bloody car on water,
and he got finished, didn't he?
I think he got killed off, Jimmy.
He got kind of either financially broke, or something happened to him, didn't he? You
know, Tesla brought
people, you know.
Good evening, Bodie. Thank you for the cup.
Tesla got cheap energy for everyone, didn't they? And then he suddenly died. We don't want it, man. People can't make money out of giving us cheap energy. Why is mobile data so expensive? Because it's just airwaves. It doesn't cost no, does it?
No, it doesn't cost nothing. That's the thing. You'd make any money out of it, you know.
People are making billions upon billions because it's the biggest thing now, and we're paying every month or every time on his phone and that, and it's like, why? It's weird, isn't it? It's all controlled by someone a lot higher than us, man, and we're just little guinea pigs testing everything out to see what it'll work for the future. I do believe that sort of stuff.
When you say higher than us, are you talking about
the
people 1% higher than the government?
The 1%, yeah. The people who own the world, the people who own every bank in this world, them people. Do you know what I mean? Because that's who's lining all the government's pockets around the world. That's who's funding wars on both sides. Is this 1% of people? It's them.
Yeah, but, all of it. What I meant was, do you not think there are people who are above the government, who are in some kind of power, who run our governments? Because the clowns, aren't they? They're idiots. It's like they've got scripts to read. Do you ever hear them talking without a piece of paper in front of them, or they're looking down and things like that?
They're always like that, trying to catch where they are because they haven't got a clue. Yeah, there's people funding these governments. Wasn't a Conservative Party? Wasn't that one come out? He used to be a Conservative leader. I can't remember his name, but he funds them now. Do you know what I mean? That's what we all do. We just carries it down and then we all make off it. Especially Conservative.
They just seem like actors to me, and it's like they're always reading, including the royal family.
Oh, definitely royal family.
Do you know what I mean? They don't go, right, like we're doing now, and it's like it's just coming out with no script. It's like we're talking about a subject and we're having our different. Do you know what I mean? What we know, what we don't know, but it's an opinion of that. But to me, it all just seems like something you'd see on a TV show, which wasn't real. like
Yeah.
a soap
That's
opera.
what it's like now. That's what it's like now. Have you seen that film, Little Nicky, with Adam Sandler?
No.
I think that's this world now. It's a piss take film. It is, but it's how like the devil's son has come and took over and put all madness in everyone's minds, right? And that's just what's happening around us now. Madness in everyone's minds. It's crazy. There's a security guard shot dead in this.
Last month.
No way. It was longer than that, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, I thought it was real quick in the kitchen, and it's not. That's a weird one.
No
That.
freedom. I get you on that. Yeah, they're evil people. They really are evil people to follow some kind of rules. In my opinion, what's been passed down to them to control us. In that, there's your system. That's what you do. Just make sure you stay in control. Say the right things. If you're not sure of what to say, there you go. We've said it for you. Just make sure you read it out. That's how I see it anyway. Just nothing seems real. Look at history. Luke. I mean, this time it's changed. It's the same story, different generation.
I say all the time, history is just his story. It's a winner's story. You're never going to hear the loser's story. It's how the winner wants to portray it, and that's our history. Do you know what I mean? It's just, honestly, I get really paranoid about it sometimes because I'm like, I don't want to watch the news. Every bit of history that I do watch, right, I've seen other things that contradict it. And I'm like, oh, man, where are we in this world? Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's I don't know.
We don't know. I mean, there's something that does stand out for me. How can I put it? It's like, well, royalty for one, and bloodlines. And I've noticed like a few people have been gotten rid of and things like that because they don't belong to that bloodline. Just bear with me, like royal people like that. They have to stay in power. They all live long as well. Does that not seem a bit strange? Princess Diana, that was a bit strange. Nothing to do with bloodline, but possible future queen. That can't happen.
No. Well, that I actually believe that was down to Harry, really, because Harry's not Charles, and it put a big thing on the family, didn't it? And that's why I think that was. And then she went and married, started seeing a Muslim guy. Do you know what I mean? And they couldn't stand that. Do you know what I mean? It's all pettiness. But when you do get the royal family speaking truthfully, do you know what I mean, with no paper in front of them, you get what Prince Andrew did. Well, Andrew did. Do you know what I mean? You get that. And that's why you'll never get none of these high people reading and not reading from a script, because we might say something that'll get them in big trouble because they're hiding so much. No, Rupert's chilling out there, man. My son's making food, isn't it? So Rupert's like, yeah.
They've got to keep that bloodline going, and I reckon that's why they got Charles and Diana to create or to keep that bloodline going by creating a new person, and there were no love or anything like that, because all the way through apparently he was seeing this Camilla person anyway. So for me it was like, make sure you do the business, let's keep the bloodline going and things like that, because it's kind of faded out now. Do you not think? So
I don't know about faded out. People have still got a lot of love, but the British public still love the royal family. And it gets me back, man, knowing everything about them and everything, but we still love the royal family. And it's like,
yeah, man. I when I was whatever it was, 77, Jimmy will remember, it was Silver Jubilee. I loved them then because I knew fuck all about them. So we all got given. In fact, I'm sure we had to pay 10 pence for a stupid flag. As soon as I started waving it, fell off. But I thought, I didn't know what I was thinking. It was just the Queen going through the town and we all waved the flag.
Yep.
It's like, yeah.
You not remember though, Dino, back in them days, there was complete street parties, but now there was virtually any. It was virtually the odd house every like few houses down had a flag outside. But when we were kids, they were organised. Actually, the street, every fucking street had like families would bring the tables out.
All the flags with the houses.
Yeah. It was basically kind of, you know, it was.
Ben Gray's got a good point then. Do you reckon after the Queen goes, because she's nearly out, do you reckon that's going to be the end of our family? How are we going to carry it on without the Queen? Because Charles, he's nearly out, isn't it? William don't want it. Harry ain't related, so he won't be able to have it. Then it'll get passed down to Andrew's kids, won't it then?
I think it's all changed, me. I think it's gone, all that. It's a new world now. We've noticed that. It's not gone overnight. I think they've subtly brought it in, but less and less people have cared about the old world because these new people who get born into this generation, all they're bothered about is frigging Botox and shit like that. Do you think they give a shit about the ones who are still royalists and things like that, or patriotic, if you like? They're almost gone. They are. And now, I'm not being funny, right? But I went to Manchester today and I got on a train, and I'll just put it this way, right? There was only me, and I don't mean in the carrot. There was me and many others, but there was only me. It seemed a bit weird. So there's a new world now. Religion and all that is kind of gone, I think. All the old-fashioned royalty, military and all that, it's all changed. It's all finished. The old world's gone, but they'll keep it alive. Books, films, all that.
Do you know?
That's how far ahead they are in front of you, but
Britain,
I think there will be changes.
Britain used to be a really religious country. Do you know what I mean? Like Christian and Catholic and everything. And now, you see all churches. There's a lot of churches are closing. Yeah, you see that over years. But now the biggest religion in this country now is Muslim. Do you know what I mean? That's the biggest religion in this country.
Yeah,
and
it's a peaceful religion.
That's the side of people what stick together. Do you know what I mean? And we do. If you know religious people, we do stick together. But we, as British people, don't. We don't. We're always fighting each other, arguing over stupid little things where other religions don't. We've proper got that togetherness. But in this country,
I get you. Absolutely. Muslims are peaceful people, but don't forget we've been given that image by mainstream media that, you know, Muslims and us and that Muslim countries attack that and all that. But in real life, you know, I know loads of people who believe in that. To me, they're just a person.
Yeah, of course. Everyone's got their own beliefs. I've known a lot of Muslim people from back home and everything, man. Do you know what I mean? They're just normal people.
You fucking Ian, you look Muslim with that fucking beard. I don't know. You could be kind of a cleric with that beard, Ian.
To be honest with you, he looks like Tyson Fury. I'm sorry, mate. But I think getting that image in my head, you do a little bit. I'm sorry about that.
Have you ever been called Tyson Fury before, Ian? Is this a new one?
No, that is a brand new one.
Funnily enough, though, I can see where Dean's coming from now. You have a Tyson Fury.
You're just about 20 stone lighter, that's all, mate. He's a huge man, is Tyson, isn't he?
Oh, is he, man? Is he? Yeah.
You know, he's making a comeback or something.
He never went away, did he, really?
Ah, man, he's massive, that guy, man. He just won.
Apparently, he's asked for $500 million to have a comeback. Matt, $500 million. He's asked for it, apparently, anyway.
I better get to it.
Michael Eavis, you do have a look of Michael Eavis, the man who runs Glastonbury and says at Health and Freedom UK. Have you ever seen Michael Eavis?
No, I don't know who that is. I don't know.
He's a man who runs Glastonbury Festival. He has a beard like yours.
Oh, beard, you know what he's in? What he's in is beards, man. Beards are well in. I know, I hear all the time, right, about lassies love beards. Yeah, I ain't got a clue.
That's where I'm going wrong.
About that,
fucking beard.
Yeah.
I don't know, Jimmy, but the longer definitely suits you, mate.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It really does, to be honest.
It's here to stay, Dino.
Good for you, mate, because I didn't recognise you that day.
I know you probably thought I was some weirdo just shouting at you. It's free.
I've always thought that about you, Jimmy, but hey, you know.
True. Hang on, Justine. I can cook, clean, take care of the place. Also, so I used to street preach. I went door to door. I did prison ministries. So anybody want to marry Justine? She's got all these skills. She can go door to door selling Bibles, cook, clean, take care of the place. Actually, Justine, I might take you up. This fucking house is filthy.
I know, I'm thinking the same, mate. Need loads. I don't want preaching to, and you bring your own Bibles because it's not something I'd ever buy. Do you know what I mean?
But Justine, I'll marry you if you can clean this fucking house. Fucking hell, you know what I mean? You deserve marrying if you can keep this. You know, fucking hell.
Oh, man.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dino, for joining us tonight. I'm sorry about your loss and all that. I mean, it's you be strong and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, cheers, guys. But life goes on, you know what I mean? And it wasn't as if it wasn't expected. You know what I mean? I knew it was coming, but
there's never a right time, is there?
No,
there's never ever a right time, no matter how old someone gets or
just
whatever.
waiting for the day, you know what I mean? Knowing it's coming, like I said, if it was like shock horror overnight, what? That can't happen. What's gone wrong there? Everything was all right. It was like,
you've had time to say
which day is it going to happen, you know? So
nice meeting you anyway, Dino, bro.
Thank you very much, both of you. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Dean. I'm going to get myself to bed now. But God bless you both. I'll speak to you all soon. Good night. God bless.
Take it easy, guys.
Thanks, Jimmy. I'll see you soon, mate.